that. All right, we'll get started here. Boom, boom. Let's see. Do scams always go for large amounts of money? Right, no, correct, okay. Or are they easy to spot? Scams easy to spot? No, no, okay, that's good. These are the common scams here that are going on now. The fake law enforcement. I don't know how many people have gotten, hey, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office has a warrant for your arrest. If you don't go down and get me some gift cards, we're going to come and arrest you. How many's had that call? Okay. Yeah. I'm going to tell you as a deputy, we're not going to tell you if you have a warrant. We're just going to come pick you up, right? Okay. The second thing is the grandpa scam, or the grandparent scam, to where they'll get in and say, hey, we have your son, or your grandson, your granddaughter. If you don't give us this amount of money, we're gonna hurt them. 90% of the time, 99.9% of the time, that's just not true. Another thing that kind of makes it hard is AI. Have y'all heard of that? Artificial intelligence. Yeah, that's I'm kind of in y'all's era. My laptop is my notepad. It's these computer stuff. Yeah, it's kind of above my head. The third thing is the jury scam. If they'll call and say, hey, you missed jury duty, you don't give us your credit card number, or you don't go buy me some gift cards, we're going to come and put you in jail. That doesn't happen. And then the fourth scam is the Medicaid and insurance fraud. They'll call and try and get your Medicaid number through false pretenses. Yeah, if you don't make the initial call, don't give any information. Let my partner in the back introduce himself. He snuck in on me here. That's Ebony Jones. He's just here to make sure I do my job.
Good afternoon. I apologize for my tardiness. We're at another event coordinating some stuff with DPS on how to do escorting possible VIPs and things like that. And it was way across town, and we got some weather moving in, so we apologize for our tardiness today. But my name is Deputy Jones. I've been at the Sheriff's Office for 30 years, so it's way before any of y'all were born or anything like that. So so we just thank y'all for having us out here, and Deputy Warren is going to be y'all's instructor today, and I'll be in the back just taking some pictures so I can show the sheriff how bad of a job he did later.
Okay, you go turn it off. I'm going to use this one. All right, great. Yeah, Emmy and I worked together many years in our canine division. Let's see. Another common scam is like email phishing. What they'll do is they'll shoot you emails like, hey, click on this link. You won $10 million, and to get that $10 million, you just got to give me $5,000. Well, why don't you just take the $5,000 out of the $10 million I just won? So yeah, that's all a scam. Then the charity donations, a lot of that happened during the July floods, if y'all remember that. And it's a shame that people will try and take advantage of a situation like that. So if you're going to do any type of donation to charities, to your church, make sure you do it through your church or through a well-known organization like St. Jude. That's a good one. And then here's some general safety tips to remember. It's smart and it's not rude just to hang up. Yeah. Yeah, they'll sit there and try and slick talk you to say, hey, talk to Deputy Click. Just hang up on them. Never send any payments by a gift card, crypto, Zella. Like I said, if anybody tries to do anything like that, that's a scam. Hang up on them. Like I said, do not click or do not trust your caller ID. They can spoof numbers now through the caller ID to where it'll show the non-emergency number on the sheriff's office, which is 210-335-6000. Don't trust any of those numbers. If you, like I said, if you don't initiate the call, then don't click on any links, don't give any information. And now they're doing that new voice AI. It's just, well, they get you to try to say yes. And then what they'll do is they'll lock that yes down. So then everything's now computerized. So, hey, you want a credit card? Yes. And they use your voice through what they've recorded, and that's how they get in. It says what to do if you become a victim. If you become a victim of a scam, stop all communications. Don't talk to them, hang up, and then keep all the evidence that you have, like telephone numbers, any type of email. Hold on to that, and then that's what you want to give when you call the sheriff's office. Call and get a case number. Just don't or incident number. Don't just like, well, I got scammed, and don't report it, because if you don't report it, it didn't happen. And you might want to keep, if somebody can click this is a good, what is that, QR code? That's a good QR code. Now, that's another thing, these QR codes, they're getting to where they can scam those. What's the other one? Jugging. Have y'all heard of jugging? That's a new scam. The way that jugging works is it usually happens in banks. So what they'll do, these people work as teams. So they'll have somebody in the bank, and they're watching. So when somebody comes up and they draw a large amount of money out, they see them put that money in their purse or in their wallet or in the envelope, and then the guy will watch out. Of course, now they have phones. They can tell, hey, they're in kind of blue shorts and dark blue shirt. They just took a bunch of money out. What they'll do is they'll watch them, follow them to their car. The minute they get out, they'll jump out, grab them, and be gone. So be aware of your surroundings. Like especially, and if you're doing like going to make large withdrawals, have somebody with you. And then, like I said, if you don't use the same route home every time, change your route and always be looking. Hey, is anybody following me? If you feel you're being followed, let's say I usually take a right here, I'm going to take a left. If that vehicle starts and you feel you're being followed, go to a substation, a convenience store, something with cameras. Because once those bad guys see cameras, they're gone. That's about it. This is kind of do we have any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Where is it safe to get phone numbers from? My daughter-in-law called American Airlines with the numbers she got from Google, and she was very close to being scammed.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Where do you find the number that's legitimate?
That through the phone book, or you can try to. You don't really want the phone books. We don't even use phone books anymore. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a source that you're going to have to step in and look very, very close. You can get it through Google, but you need to make sure that you read all the right deals, and then they have like a number. Then you can recall that number. So don't just use one, use two. In the back. Oh, I'm sorry. She was asking about how to get the legitimate businesses, like what phone, like a legitimate phone number, and slim to none. I don't have any, unfortunately, and the reason why, sir, he was asking. Is there any success of scammers getting caught? And it's no. And the reason why is 99.9% of them are overseas. So those people are almost impossible to prosecute. Yes, ma'am.
210-204-7273.
That's the non-emergency for SAPD, the San Antonio Police Department.
207
Is that what she
7273.
said, 207?
I believe she said 204.
Oh, it's 207.
SAPD's non-emergency is 207 or 210-207-7273. It's SAPD 7273, but 207. I don't see. Yeah, that's Bear County's. I don't think
Oh,
we'll
that
have
the very
SAPD.
top one. Yeah. The number you had was wrong because you said it was 204. It's 207 SAPD. That's the non-emergency for San Antonio. The non-emergency for the sheriff's office is 210-335-6000. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
But if you call any of the office, if you call Bear County and it's a local, it's SAPD, they'll transfer you the call, right?
Yes. Right, yeah. He was asking if you call the sheriff's office and it's inside the city, the sheriff's office will transfer it over to the city. But this is Bear County. Everybody who lives in Bear, you may live in the city of San Antonio, but if you want the sheriff's office to come up, you can say, no, I don't want SAPD, I want the Bear County Sheriff's Office, and we'll have to come. And we have no problem coming. Ooh, all these people,
Yes,
I know
sir.
there's more questions.
Yes, sir.
Could you please show the previous slide again?
Yes, sir.
I think the one with. Oh.
This one right here, sir?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, did everybody get a picture? This is if you become a victim. This is the steps you would need to follow.
You guys know that you have every year they give you a free credit check. You know that, right? Most people know that you can get that free done once a year. I would recommend that you guys do that because, as you know, elderly are targets, right? Because they see you as soft targets. And I mentioned this the last presentation that myself and Deputy One did. Why do you think that they target elderly? What's the reason? Who said it? Because what?
Because we have more money.
They know that you have a steady income, pretty much have income coming in. Might be retirement, might be 2 retirements, or maybe 3 if you got a military job or retired from the military and then 2 civilian jobs maybe, so streams of income. So they see that and they know that. So to try to not to make yourself be a victim, make sure that you do credit checks. And if you see something on there that doesn't look right, you can put a freeze on it. I know I had to put a freeze on my credit and I forgot. And then I tried to buy a house. And they're like, yeah, right. But yeah, so yeah, I would say, y'all would try to, if you can remember, to do that and get that free credit check. Just to check to see if somebody, you might look and say, hey, I didn't know I had a house in Montana. Yeah, because somebody got you or somewhere. Or try to buy one. Yeah.
Go ahead.
How do you get the credit check?
I'm sorry?
How do you get the credit check?
Shows it how you get the credit check. There's a credit check with it.
Experian will do. I'm sorry. I heard somebody say something. Oh, Experian. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so Experian will do you. They'll give you a free credit check. Do we have any literature? Did you bring any? It should be on that in a flyer.
I don't think it's on this one.
I'm not sure if we had it, but if it's on that, I'm not sure what your PowerPoint has on it.
It's that short.
No worries. Yeah, Experian. They do a free credit check. They'll do one once a year.
I wouldn't really trust on like Credit Karma. That's really not
No.
reputable credit people. Yeah. I'm sorry, ma'am. Back up, yes, ma'am.
While he's doing that, we're just going to touch over some more things. Like he said, just a refresher, just to go back over it. Yeah, a lot of times, for me, I learn stuff by hearing it multiple times. That's just how I'm wired. So he was talking about the jugging. That's gathering large amounts of money out of a bank and people watching that and then following you from that place and doing something to you. So make sure that if you do have to make a large withdrawal, make sure that you have someone that can go with you and do that withdrawal. Hopefully you don't have to do that. Also, we talked over our getting a credit check done to make sure that we don't have something in there that's not supposed to be. One more thing. I think.
Another thing that scammers will use is secrecy. Once if they get you to bite on the hook, they're going to try and get, hey, you stay on the phone. Don't get off the phone. You get off the phone, don't call the police. They try and keep you on the phone, and to you, they'll send you to Walmart to get gift cards. In fact, I took a call. I felt bad for the lady. She lost like $60,000. They had her on the phone, and what upset me is that when she went to the bank and drew the first $30,000 out, that her bank should have questioned her, like, hey, I don't see you taking money out. Why are you taking out such a large amount of money? I don't know if there's a law against them doing that, but I think that they should be able to, especially if they're on the phone and trying to draw large amounts of money. If any type of secrecy, like, hey, don't call the cops, don't tell anybody, don't talk to nobody, that's a scam. Hang up.
Yeah, that credit card thing is a big one. Those gift card things, that's a huge one. They use it. I was training a deputy, and we went to a call on the west side, and this family, husband and wife. The husband, he went and got $80,000 worth of credit card fraud, wiped out their complete savings. Over 80 grand. Yeah. So.
Yeah. In fact, last Christmas, I took a call. A gentleman went down. And I think it's like $5,000. He bought $5,000 worth of gift cards, and they look legit. Let me come off this. What the bad guys did is they took a razor blade and they opened up the card, got the PIN number off it, got the number off of it, put it back in the card, and then they just sat there and waited. And then they would check. They'd check every day. Hey, we're going to check. And once that money come up on that card, they took it out. So the way he found out is, I think they were $100 cards, and he sent them out to all over the place. And they say, hey, man, you sent me this card, and they got no money on it. That's how he found out.
I don't know if we touched on it, again, my tardiness, but do you guys know what skimmers are? Those things that read your information. So people go around, and when you go to the bank and you get a new debit card or something like that, they'll give it to you usually in a sleeve. And that sleeve is lined with, y'all know what it's lined with? Aluminum, right? Because it blocks those RF signals, right? Because there's these readers that you can get, that the bad guys can get, or really anybody can get on Amazon, and they read that information that's on that card. And so they don't even have to have contact. It's wireless, right? So they don't have to have contact with you. They could walk by you and withdraw that information. So that's why it's important to try to keep your cards inside of those sleeves. Because unless you just want to do it the cheap way and just get some foil paper that you might have in the kitchen already and just wrap it a few times, right? Because that's the technology behind it. It reads that RF signal. Any engineering people in here? But it reads that information, and you don't have to have contact. You can just walk by somebody and get their information if you have that reader. So be careful with that. Also, yes, sir.
I think you can buy wallets that will block.
Yes, they make whole wallets. Or get a Faraday bag. That'll block everything. You get a Faraday bag, you're not even gonna get a cell phone signal.
Go ahead now.
You can buy RFID cards that fit in your wallet.
Right.
Right.
Block. Mm-hmm. Right. If you go to the pump, I don't ever pay at the pump like I do now because I have a take-home vehicle and it's not my credit card. It belongs to the county. So if they skim that, I really don't care. But I don't go to the pumps and pay at the pumps. I always go inside. The reason why is because usually if you go to the gas pumps and you pay at the pumps, sometimes those things is monitored as they are on the inside, the little terminal that's by the register in front. So a lot of times at the pumps, those have a higher chance of having skimmers on them. And I don't know if you've ever seen a skimmer. It's just a little thing that attaches to that reader itself. I'm sorry? Oh, yeah, it attaches. And if you jiggle it and it comes loose, that means it's a skimmer. So I go inside when I use my personal card, and I never, and I try to tell my mom and my wife, but she don't listen, and I try to tell my my children, hey, go inside, take that up. I know it might take a little bit more effort to go inside the store, but when it's right there at the register, that's usually monitored because there's usually somebody at that thing. And if they try to attach that, it's harder for them to do that. But at the pumps, they can go in 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning and attach that thing on there, and nobody probably ever see it. But again, if you go to the pump, if you do like to pay at the pump out of convenience, just give a little tug on that little machine. And if it's loose or it pulls off, then you know it's a skimmer, and leave the store. Don't even go inside.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have these forms that you have up on do you have this so that you can either send some back to us, or is there something that we can go online and make copies of these so that we can have them?
I believe that QR code.
I'm not sure what that's on it. Go ahead. I'll put it up and I'll see what's on it.
Oh, right there.
You're good.
Do you have a picture? Can you take a picture of that? That QR code? It's not a scam.
Yep, that's our presentation. You're good. So if you just go to your camera, if you never used a QR code, you just go to your camera on your phone. You're not going to take a picture. Just go to your camera. You might have to zoom in a little bit, but you'll see a little box that'll pop up and a link. Once you click that link, it'll take you to his this PowerPoint presentation, and it's 18 slides on there. It looks like.
Yes, sir.
Okay, he's gonna hate me for saying this, but Mark up in the computing club has expertise, especially in computer fraud. So if he offers these classes on a regular basis, I would recommend, if you haven't been to one, go to one. Because he talked a lot about. Okay, Mark in the computing club, there's no charges to use Mark. You just got to be in the computing club. If you're a club member, right, you can go up there and just see him, and it's $35 a year or something. But he can fix your phone if there's something goofy going on. But also he has expertise in, especially in computer fraud. So you may want to go by and see him. And he has a couple of sites that he can show you how to download it, and it will actually allow you to check. Because the last time we went, he used several examples. You can't tell the difference between click on this line, between the fraud ones and the real ones. They look identical. But this system that he has, you click on it and it'll check it, and it'll tell you these guys are in Russia, that kind of thing. So I would, like I said, he's going to hate me for telling you all to go see him. But I would go up there and see him. It's worth your time.
Yeah, like the gentleman was saying on these computer deals like Amazon, if you look at, everybody knows what the Amazon symbol looks like, but these scammers, they'll change that. Amazon will be spelled just a little bit different. They may have the N upside down, or just that you would not catch with the naked eye. And then, like you said, the minute you click on it, boop, they set the hook.
Any other questions from anybody?
Yes, sir.
I had a rather sophisticated scammer try and get me over the phone, and he was an American, and he had a North Carolina phone number. I reported it. I was just wondering if you said that most of them come from overseas.
Correct.
He didn't appear to be overseas, and as I say, it was a North Carolina phone number.
And did you report it?
Yes, I did.
And did they give you a case number or an incident number? Was it through the sheriff's office or the city of sheriff's office? Okay.
Never heard anything back. I tried to follow through, and
Let me give you, if you ever get an incident number or a case number from the sheriff's office, usually on a case number, that's assigned to an investigator. So if you don't follow up on it, of course, then investigators, they get slammed. They get probably 200 calls a day. So that's cases that they have every day. So just remember, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. So you would be follow up. Hey, I'm calling the number to. You might want to write this number down for the sheriff's office. It's to our criminal investigations division. It's 210-335-6070. That's our criminal investigations division. So you could call that 335-6070. Tell them, hey, I need to talk to the investigator who's working this case or has been assigned to this case, and they'll put you in contact, and then he would tell you, hey, yeah, that we got something going, or it was a dead end and we didn't have anything. But yeah, that's very rare that you catch somebody with the. But then again, you can't really trust the caller ID numbers. They can spoof those numbers. Like I said, these people are going to be 99.9% of the time. If you hear a Middle Eastern accent, it's a scam. Just click, just hang up on them.
Yes, ma'am.
Just something you haven't touched on. I had a friend who was scammed a few years ago. I'm going to use this because I don't want to yell. A friend of mine was scammed a few years ago. She was got an email saying she won $20,000. She only had to send them $1,000 in cash, so they could get the 20 out of Hawk or whatever. Her son's an IT person. I was an IT person, so she was calling me, but I was traveling. The bank kind of looked at her like, really, do you want to pull this out? Because I think it was in $20 bills or something. It was a big package. She mailed this to a post office box in New York City and then never heard anything about it. And the whole answer, though, is one thing. She wanted it to be true. And that's something we have to ask ourselves also if we hear about it's a big prize if you just invest a little bit. So be careful. If it's too good to be true, it's not true.
Thank you.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, that's one of the deals, yeah. Usually the, large amounts of money, is that easy come? Does it come very easy? No, it's, so, and they use that just like she wanted it to be true. Yeah, there's no such thing as a get rich quick. So. That went back to like, hey, you won $10,000. You just have to send us $5,000 to get the $10,000. Well, my deal would be, well, just take it out of the $10,000 that I just won. Yeah, that doesn't happen. I know we got some other credit. Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Any advantage to having a flip phone versus a smartphone?
She was one of those flip phone and smartphone.
I don't know if there's I guess the flip phone doesn't have as much, data that would store. Basically, it only stores numbers. To my knowledge of flip phones, they normally just store a phone number, and didn't have much data, like much personal information inside of them. But new technology is always coming out, so I don't know if that still holds true. To be honest with you, anything that's broadcasted via an airwave, which that technology goes from your phone to a tower, maybe to a satellite, back to another device. I don't know how safe that is in any stretch. Landlines, yeah, but most people don't have a landline anymore, except my mom.
I mean, you can ask the younger generation now about a rotary phone. They ain't never heard of that. So.
Any other questions?
Yes, ma'am.
I just got my credit card here. Speaking of that, I was notified by my credit card company that my credit card had been used in what they thought might be an unauthorized place, which it was. So they said, cut up your card, we'll send you a different one. So be careful of that. I pay bills like my newspaper bills with that credit card. So.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like Deputy Jones was saying, staying up on your credit report. If you feel anything fraudulent or something that doesn't look right, call your bank immediately. first thing I would do, call and at least make a police report, because and then you can let your financial institution know that, hey, my card's been jeopardized. I want to cancel it. Change your password and just get another card. Any more questions? So, like I said, if nothing else today, the main thing that I want to try and push is never ever give any personal information out to anybody, whether they sound legit or not. If you did not make the call, like, hey, I'm calling USAA, and I know it's a USAA, and they say, well, we need this information, then that's fine to give the information. But if you click on a link or somebody calls you and says, hey, I need this information, just like I said, it's not rude, but smart just to hang up on them. And then you can recall call them, hey, did you all just call? And they're going to, 99.9% of the time, they're going to say, no, we didn't call. And like I said, the scamming has just went through the roof. And like as Deputy Jones was saying, the retirement community, not only they know that y'all have a steady income coming in, is that y'all are trustworthy. You know, back in, well, I'm going to say even in my days, a handshake meant something. Today, that means nothing.
And I would even go so far as to caution, some relatives, if you think, and I hate to say that, but I didn't grow up in the perfect family, right? So I would caution some relatives that you give access to some of your documentation, because some of them might have ill will, or they might have somebody, a boyfriend or girlfriend that they could twist and get them to get access to something from someone else as well. So just be careful with all your stuff. Be really careful. Yes, sir. You had a question.
This is a particularly important day in Texas, of course, but from the scammer, you often hear the words, "I promise you." That something will happen, $40,000 or whatever. Can you do anything about politicians?
I wish I could.
I have just one piece of advice. If you're online and there's a link there, just take your mouse and hover over it. Don't click on it, but hover over it, and all the web browsers will show you where that link actually goes. And if the address that you're seeing is not the same as the one that you're hovering over, it's a scam.
That's good advice. That's some good advice.
The national anthem started playing, almost faced the flag and started at attention with his phone.
I've been getting some information, thank you, on my phone and it's, first of all, I knew it was a scam because they offered me a job. Although they were offering a lot of money, so, I was wondering whether or not I should, no, I knew not to take it or not. But there's nothing you can do about getting those on your phone, I guess.
No, you need to stop that from happening.
Yes, yeah, right.
No, it's really hard to do because your information has been sold so many times. It's hard to find out who sold it and who they sold it to, and then that person sells it to somebody else, and that person sells it to someone else. So it will be hard to stop it. You can block. Does that say robocall? Oh, I thought I heard someone's phone ringing, and I thought it said robocall. Don't answer that one. And I know y'all have all seen those. If maybe you haven't, I know I did. The insurance, your car warranty is expiring, and I hope none of y'all clicked on those things or answered that, because that's how they get your information. And like going back again, like what Deputy Warren said, be careful with AI, because they are extrapolating data whenever you're talking, and they're using AI to modify your voice. So even when you see a number that you don't know and you pick it up and you say hello, they can take that hello and make a whole paragraph out of one word. So if you see the number or a number you don't know, don't answer it. Just let it go to voicemail. Don't answer it. If it's not, if someone that you know should be calling you, if it's not a relative or a business partner or something that you know is calling you, if it's an unknown number, let it go to voicemail. And if it's important enough, they should leave you a voicemail, right? you could screen your calls that way. But yeah, AI has gotten so good that they can take one word, hello, and they can make a whole sentence or a paragraph and giving authorizations and things like that off of just saying hello. So use caution with numbers that you don't know. Yes, sir.
I try to do it all the time, but I don't. But I try not to use the word yes. I say correct, but then I get where I don't think, and I'll say yes. But because if you get that yes out there, that's the one that they can get you with.
And you figured these people, that's all they do. That's all they have to do all day is just call, and then there's hundreds of people that are doing it for them.
I get a lot of email, and it always at the bottom has unsubscribe. And a lot of times if you click on that, it starts asking for more information. Do you just want to ignore it or just click on it?
Delete. Yes, ma'am.
I click unsubscribe and it don't even never unsubscribes me. Yeah, on my work email address.
I'll go back to blaming Mark, because we attended a thing and he said never unsubscribe. Just ignore them. Just don't unsubscribe because they're gathering information.
Yep.
You click on that link.
Yeah.
They set that hook. You're
I got it.
Yeah, I used to like to mess with them when they would call and I knew it was a scammer. Hey, this is so and so from the sheriff's office, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun. You know, well, come on, copper. You know, so I quit doing that. Yeah.
I moved here from North Carolina over 3 years ago, and I'm still getting calls from. They say that they're the police or some kind of organization that want donations,
Yeah.
and they'll go on and on. If you can't now, can you do this? Can you do that? Is there any way that you can block that?
Just click. Or don't answer. It's funny that you said that. I had one today. Texas Department of Public Safety. We're needing a donation. I'm like, man, here you need to take the deputy click. I didn't say nothing. Just hang up on them.
But I still get a lot of 205 calls from North Carolina, and mostly my phone will say scam.
Yeah, that's so.
Can you scam from a smart TV?
Can you scam from a smart TV? Can you scam from a smart TV, deputy?
Yes, you can. Your TV, especially if you have most smart TVs have the apps on them, right? And you might have your Netflix if you have Netflix, or your Amazon might be linked onto your TV, like any Amazon Prime people. And you have your Amazon Prime is connected to what? Your bank account, is it not, right? Because you pay a subscription for that. So yeah, you could be scammed through that, absolutely. And people have gotten so far as to, and I know I do, maybe I'm just paranoid, but you go around my house and you're going to see tape on all my TVs because my uncle got me to believe there's cameras in my TVs too. But anyway, that's another topic.
You're talking about Amazon Prime and that.
Yeah.
The latest one we've experienced is they want you to identify that you're a real person.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine several of you in here have seen it. You know, are you a real person? Click on that.
Right.
then they'll ask another question. Just delete it
Right.
on there, because that's a real scam when
Yes.
they're looking for that information.
That's right. Very, very true.
Yeah, and then these scammers, I mean, there's something new every day, and let's say if they call 100 people, they're gonna get at least one bite. So it's best if, like I said, if you didn't initiate it, that like you're calling your bank, you're calling a doctor's office, if you're making the initiation, then you're good. But if somebody's trying to get information from you, contacting you, then hang up on them. Any more? Any questions? I know we get some more questions. What about who in here's got the one about the toll road? I get about 5 of those a week. So.
I've been getting 4, I've gotten 4 toll road bills this year, but they're the regional mobility guys, and they have a license plate attached to my name and address that's not mine.
Contact Department of TxDOT or the Department of Transportation, DOT, and then let them know, and then they'll poop.
I went through DMV, and they sent me to the tax office.
Okay. Okay, cool. Any other questions? If I just can't say this enough. Just never, ever, ever give any personal information to anybody. If, like I said, if you make the contact, if you're calling your bank, then it's fine. But if somebody's claiming to be your bank calling you, just don't give no information up. You can call the bank back and say, hey, did y'all just call? 99.9% of the time, they're going to tell you, no, we didn't call. It was a scam.
Yes, ma'am. The barcode on the bottom?
Yeah.
Yes.
See, I destroy mine, but people, they just stick them in the mailbox.
Right. So the question was, can this be copied, this barcode on the bottom of the mail that you get? Sometimes you see that little scanned barcode that the barcode readers would read, and sometimes it's done by any post office people, any former postal employees or anything like that. Sometimes the post office will do that as tracking, and they'll put those barcodes on there. But then sometimes I've had a call. I'm sorry, ma'am? Right, exactly. I had a call with some mail fraud before, and the sheriff's office, we normally don't investigate mail fraud. That's a federal thing, so the FBI would do that.
Or the
but
postmaster.
we get the postmaster. So we get the original call. Hey, my mailbox is broken into, or the community mailboxes. Someone will go and they'll break into the back of those things and they'll steal all the mail or whatnot, and we'll go and make the initial report, but the postal inspectors, they're the ones that actual handle those mail thefts. So if you got a mail theft fraud case or something like that, or someone stealing your mail, that will be the U.S. Postal Service that investigates that.
How many of y'all get credit cards? Like, hey, you're pre-approved for $5,000. What do y'all do with those? Y'all just throw them away? Shred them. There you go. When I was working narcotics, I got more information doing trash runs to get information from people just going through their trash. Any personal information, any type of, don't just throw it away. Don't tear it up. Invest in a shredder and shred it. Yes, sir.
Can you trust identity protection programs? LifeLock. USAA has a program that will monitor the dark web, look at Social Security, bank accounts, and then every once in a while in your report it pops up that your Social Security number was found on the dark web, reported. and I don't have a date, the time, I don't have anything. So can you trust reports? What do you do with some of those reports?
That's a good question. Yes,
Very
if
good question.
yes, they do help. And let's say that if you get the information that, hey, your stuff's been compromised, call and report it.
Right, and if you're saying that someone's using your social, if you're specifically inquiring about, like, say, someone use your social security to get this, I would call the social security office, because they should be able to track who used your information and who applied for what through that. Like the sheriff's office, we won't be able to go and say, yep, I'm going to put your social security number in a database and I'm going to see who all just used your credit or tried to get something in your name. But the Social Security Administration, they'll be able to tell who did what with that information. If that's, hopefully
Did that
answers
answer your question?
So
yes, they do help. And
They do help,
Yes, you do need to report it. If you get that, if they're giving you, because they're reputable,
Yes.
if you're getting that information, yeah, you need to call and report it.
Make sure you don't give anybody any access to your computer, because they can do remote. I guess we already know that, right? Don't let people remote into your computer or something like that. My mom was a victim of a scam, and she had someone called her and said, "Hey, yeah, your computer has a virus." And how are they gonna know that? But anyways, that's what they told her, and her not thinking, said, "Okay, well, go to your computer and push these 2 keys and hold this one down, and we'll be able to log into your computer, and we can tell you exactly what's going on with it." And yeah, she saw her mouse moving on her screen. This is a number of years ago. She saw her mouse moving on the screen, and this is when I was staying with my mom, and she said, "Hey, my name is Ebony. Hey, Ebony, have you seen the mouse do this before?" I'm like, "Well, don't do it like that." I was upstairs, right? She said, "Oh, no, it's not me." I was like, "Oh, that means you. What are you doing on the computer, Mom?" So anyways, yeah, she let somebody remote into her computer. If it's not someone that you know, don't let people remote into your computer, because they can get all kind of data. Yes, ma'am.
I recently got a notice in the mail. This was worse than the car warranty thing. It said that the building that I was living in was under some kind of something, and that I needed to address this. And I thought, I don't think ARC is in danger of anything right now. And I just put it in the recycle bin. But that was a new one on me. I don't know, anybody else here get one of those? Or I'm just special?
Yeah, going back to what Deputy Jones was saying about the screen lock, has that happened to anybody? Like a blue screen, you can't do anything, and man, you're clicking and clicking. If that happens, just unplug your computer, give it like a 5 minutes, and it'll reset. It happened to you? Okay. Did you just unplug it, or did you click on it?
Well, I learned my lesson the first time because I couldn't stop it, and I unplugged it, and I plugged it back in, and it still came up. So I shut it down, and I got my computer to, I have an Apple. Apple guy reprogrammed the whole thing for me. And I got it again here about 2 weeks ago, and I just turned it off.
Okay.
And I, just like you said, I plugged it back in, and I was good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now I said, your computer's locked up. Do not shut off a computer for any reason. Blah, blah, blah.
That's out there. They're fishing.
Apple does make a good product. Like Apple won't even they don't tell passwords out. So like they do not not even the law enforcement. So if you get locked out of your Apple device, go buy another one. Yeah, they basically they will not. They we get phones that we might seize on different things like child pornography or something like that, and we have this device and it's locked. Yeah, Apple, they will not even give law enforcement that. So there's ways that we can get around it by putting not even a warrant. They don't even want to. They don't want. Sometimes they don't want to adhere to those. They are very strict on their protocol. Talking about Apple.
I got one other scam that I couldn't do much about. We bought a new car last year. And that month that we got the new car, someone apparently had photocopied my dealer plates. And they ran the toll roads. And I kept getting, and I tried to, the only thing I could do finally was just pay. They told me I should file a police report. And I never got around to doing that. But Finally, it stopped, but it took about a month. Yeah, cost me about $100 before it was over with.
Past year. So now that, if y'all don't know, the new license plates, you don't get a paper plate anymore. You know that, right? If you haven't bought a new vehicle, state law, July the 1st of last year, so it's going to be a year this July. You know what? If you buy a new vehicle, you know it used to be you used to get a paper plate, right? And then you had to go back and get your hard plate. But no, once you get your vehicle, you're going to get your hard plate, and that plate stays with the vehicle for the life of the vehicle. So even if you transfer that vehicle from you to someone else, that plate stays with that vehicle. It's no longer getting new license plates anymore. So that's the new law. I'm sorry? Oh yeah, DV plate. That's something different. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Any other questions? Cool. Go on. Well, thank you all for having us. Sorry we were late. It was Ebony Jones's fault? No.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you.